Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So, welcome to another market open stream. Today, it's looking very, very good. Just like last week. So, the bull market has definitely begun for Bitcoin and crypto. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk about everything that's going on. And yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully, you guys have been paying attention to what has happened last week. And I believe today and the rest of this week will be a continuation. And it might be even more explosive. So as you can see, we're starting out day at 124.8. We're already above the previous high, but we did make a new high yesterday at 125.8. So it's looking like we want to climb back up and break it. And not only that, a lot of the alts are moving upwards in a big way today as well, right? So we're starting out the day really good. And you know what day it is today? Today is the full moon day. Actually, yesterday was like the full moon, but today I guess it's the official full moon day. But you know what happens during full moons? Either big pumps or big dumps. So I'm thinking it's the first option. We may see some crazy movement today. We'll see. We will see. The U.S. market is opening up in green, so that's good. Tech, I have a feeling is going to skyrocket. Same thing with crypto-related stocks, but one in particular is skyrocketing is AMD, and I now believe they are a buy because OpenAI is buying a 10% stake and will start be utilizing AMD GPUs. So NVIDIA must not be happy about this, but OpenAI is thinking that this is a good time to be buying number 2. Even though the distance between number 1 and 2 is so vast, it's like not even in the same ballpark. But hey, this gives a lot of life to AMD. So that's why they're up now 32%. So that's pretty good. Paul Tudor Jones, one of the big macro guys of Wall Street, is now saying that the ingredients are in place for a massive rally before a blow-off top. He's not just talking about crypto. He's just talking about everything. That we have all the ingredients for a massive, massive rally. And what ingredients is he talking about? Well, really, it's the flight to safety because people don't like what's going on with the government shutdown. And we have 2 more confirmed rate cuts. Even though there are a lot of Fed governors and presidents that are speaking once again this week, but where they go stay? It's locked in. It's pretty much locked in. It's like 90-something% in 3 weeks, and then 86% for December. That's what we want. The last time we had massive rally was during the time of rate cuts, right? So all aligns. And this government shutdown, right, believe it or not, has been tremendous for markets, especially Bitcoin and crypto. We actually started moving upwards the night before the shutdown happened. There's like this flight to safety, or people are just fed up. Like, you know, why can't our government just balance the budget? Why are both sides always fighting over something? In this case, healthcare. And Trump is like, you know what? I'm just going to fire a lot of people if they don't, this doesn't get resolved. And he'll do it too. He'll do it. And also the new Fed governor, Steve Moran, is pushing for a 50 basis point cut while everyone's still doing 25. But he may be changing some minds while he's in there. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. But like I said, this government shutdown has driven a lot of money into Bitcoin and crypto because, again, people are just either fed up or they're scared and they want to invest in something better. So if you look at last week, 5 straight massive inflow days for Bitcoin, including Friday, we almost had a $1 billion inflow, 800 million from BlackRock alone. We haven't seen an inflow day like that in a long time. So Wall Street is definitely coming back. And same thing with Ethereum. Ethereum had 5 straight days of inflow, 233 million, almost all of it from BlackRock. So even though Ethereum is not as hot as it once was, like a few months ago, but still massive inflows. All good things happening right now. Bitcoin ETFs. Look at how much demand there is versus supply. Okay, just last week, 18x difference. Okay, so again, if people don't understand this concept, well, why does Bitcoin seem like it keeps going up? Because there's more buyers than sellers. There's not enough to go around. That's what it comes down to. And Wall Street alone is buying 18x more than what's being produced. Okay, just Wall Street. Not counting the miners that are accumulating or long-term holders that are DCAing, and even private companies that's loading up, and governments too around the world. That's the thing. People don't realize it. And more people, like I said, have been viewing Bitcoin differently this cycle because they now recognize it's a true safe haven, and it's kind of like gold, but it is. It's just digital gold. You just don't have a physical thing, but you could store it in a ledger or something and make it physical if you wanted to, but it's all the good of gold without any of the bad, really. All right. A few other things. Morgan Stanley says they'll support 16,000 financial advisors if they wish to allocate to Bitcoin and crypto. That's pretty big because these financial advisors are managing $2 trillion. Trillion with a T. That's a lot of money sitting on the sidelines that can be entering the space. 2 trillion. Think about that. What else? We got Remix Point that buys another 19 Bitcoin. Now they're up to almost 1,400. You got a French company that buys 29 and they hold about 3,200. And overall, this is the list of the top 100, which is now holding over 1 million. Now, obviously, the big leader is Strategy with 640,000, and no one is even close. But there are many others that are just DCAing a little bit, and is adding up to hundreds of millions of dollars. Just like retail investors like us, just DCAing over time adds up in a big, big way. All right. What else? Last few things about Bitcoin and crypto, and then we could talk about my project, Clash. But Bitcoin supply now drops to a 6-year low, which is obviously a good thing. Basically, supply is running out on the exchanges, right? So again, do the math. What does that mean? Well, that means the price will go up. So we're waiting for this next leg up. Okay, many people feel like we may do a stop around 140 from where we are. And we could, but ultimately we're waiting for the end where we could be at 100, and according to this, 195,000, 200,000, 250,000. Tom Lee says well above 200,000. That certainly could come within the next 3 months. So strap on and get ready. And yeah. And so far, we're off to the races in October. we're up 9% already. And this is after a green September. Look at last year. You know, October was good, but what follows is even better. Last year, November, we went up 37%. Are we going to do that this time around? Let's see what happens October 1st, and then November, and then December. We're closing in at 125 as I'm talking. Outside of Bitcoin, in terms of alts, you know, I've been making a big deal about the ETFs. They are going to be coming. Approval is coming any day now. So it's either today, this week, next week, but it's coming. We're going to get spot ETFs on, well, in November. I'm like 90% sure of it. So that's pretty big. But outside of that, today, finally, Binance lists Aster, right? The hype seems to have died away. Like, you know, it pumped a lot and then it dumped a lot. Now it's a little bit up and down, but there's a lot of controversy over this because now DeFi Llama, which is a big site to measure volume of L1s, L2s, DEXs, and all that stuff, is suspecting that Binance has been wash trading and also, you know, just using a lot of similar data that doesn't really make sense because a lot of the pairs on Aster is identical to the volume on Binance, which makes no sense. They're separate things. One is a SEX, one is a DEX. How could they have a one-to-one correlation on their volume? So there's something that doesn't match. So they're actually delisting Aster volume data because they think something suspicious is going on, right? And that's the thing. I mean, Aster is highly touted by CZ and Binance, even though it's a competitor to Binance. But the reason why people like it is because of CZ and Binance. But there's been a lot of weird activities going on, especially the price movement recently. Really, really weird. So I guess just be careful with it. It did rally today because of this. And Binance Coin has been going up like crazy. So if that's the real reason is to get people excited about BNB, it's working. It's above 1100. It forms new highs every single week. So good for them. Good for them. All right. We turned slightly red for Dow. NASDAQ is still green. Bitcoin is still doing very well. 124.7. Like I mentioned, Aster did pump up today, but not as much as people would think because it's at 206. I mean, there's just a lot of crazy movement here. And what about Clash? Well, we're still sitting pretty at 63 million. We had some major volatility, okay? But, man, you know where we were 1 week ago? 1 week ago was the 29th, right? So 1 week ago, we were down here. And this is 1 week afterwards. So we had a tremendous week. Had the biggest tournament ever on Friday. We had 355 players. There was like 600 people watching, 600, 700 people watching. We had over $8,000 in SOL given out in prizes and giveaways. This project is taking off. And we had 4 exchange listings last week, and I suspect this week we'll probably get a few more. And now we have over 6,000 holders. 6,000. That's a lot, but that's really nothing compared to you guys because there's over 3,000 watching right now, and I have 810,000 subscribers. Just need a little bit of that. 10% of that, that would be 80,000 holders. But yeah, I think we're going to continue pushing forward. There will be more details about the tournament this Friday coming up. I already have a form listed in Discord, so if you guys are not in Discord, you should be in Discord. This is a pretty funny picture that someone posted. But yeah, you know, people in here love Clash. But not only that, there's a lot of good chat about trading, TA, bootcamp, random memes, random general chat. We have now over 5,200 members in Discord. I highly recommend people to join it and just talk and participate in whatever conversations are going on. All right. That is pretty much it. I could do some Q&A, and then I will do some giveaways. And the giveaway list is now over 2,000. The wheel that I've been using is not going to work, but you know, I'm building a new one. And I last night tweeted this out in case you guys missed it. To celebrate, if somehow Clash breaks its previous all-time high, which is 88 million, by the end of this week, one random wallet in here will win 5 SOL. That's over $1,200. That's $1,300. So if that happens, I'm going to be celebrating and rewarding a Clash holder randomly. So I put it right on top. That's pretty big. All right. Let's do some Q&A. Yesterday we had a few big profit taking from a couple of whales. We had one whale that was sitting on like, I don't know, $500,000 worth of profit with Clash, decided to cash out $200,000 simultaneously through like 10 transactions. And the community is so strong and just ate that up right away. And then we had another whale that decided to take profit and sold off about $50,000 worth, or almost $60,000. And it's still just gotten eaten up. The Clash community is strong. People still think it's just, you know, it's not going to last. But it is. I could tell already just because of how strong the community is. People are asking about AMD. This is the reason why. I covered at the beginning. I think AMD is now definitely a contender. I'm probably, after today, later this week, I might be buying some options on AMD now. Roxy, congrats. Realty says, how do I enter the giveaway? The form is in the description. And I've been posting the form everywhere. On socials, like X and Facebook and in Discord. You just have to fill out your wallet. That's it. Davey, there's a tutorial right on the X page, but really the easiest thing is if you have Phantom Wallet, okay, Phantom Wallet, and you swap. You have SOL in your wallet, you just hit the swap button, and then it asks you, what do you want to swap the SOL to? And then you select Clash. You can search for it, and it comes up. It's very easy. But it's also pinned to the X page. Any updates on new Clash collabs? There is one. There's another meme community. They were huge back in the day. Now they're not so big. But they're all about gaming. And they reached out to me and say, hey, we host Clash Royale tournaments too. So I asked them, hey, you know, why don't you just join us this week? And they said they will. So I'll be forming more collabs. I think Turbo wants to, you know, continuously, you know, do this every week now. And I'm still reaching out to others. So basically, I think the number of players is going to increase every week. The prizes are probably going to increase. As big as the prizes were last week, they'll probably be bigger this week. And then the number of watchers and views are going to be bigger this week, I'm pretty sure as well. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Breaking news, Robinhood is down. Okay. Maybe that's why we don't have as much FOMO as we should. Cat Dad is my project. Of course, I'm going to be talking about it, man. I just spent like 30 minutes talking about Bitcoin. Okay? So I like to talk about other things, including my own project. If you have questions, feel free to ask it rather than complain about too much Clash talking. If you have a question, why don't you ask it instead? Dan asks, have I been shadow banned? No, because I'm reading what you're writing right now. Is the Discord free? Yes, I've been saying it. Discord is free. We got over 5,000 members in Discord now. And if you do have questions about Clash, we got mods in there and a community in there that can answer anything. But it's not just for Clash, it's for everything. If you have questions about anything, you can ask and get answers for. So it's a very big, lively community in there, guys. I really highly recommend that you guys all join in. I mean, you guys are here, excited, and you want to talk and ask questions. That's what you could do in there 24/7. Yeah, and free training. Like I've been talking about trading boot camp. My guy Tyler, he's been doing live streams on trading. He's also been hosting these like week-long or 3-day long trading courses, live interactive, where you can ask questions on the fly. It's been very successful, and people love it. Everyone that attends loves it. So, and that's completely free too. You don't even have to pay anything. And that's inside Discord as well. Do you think we'll actually at what? Okay, you just retracted that message. Johnny is addicted to Clash Royale. Thoughts about reaching out to the creators of the game. You're giving free advertisement. A lot of creators do. Okay, so I'm nowhere big enough yet in the gaming world to be able to do that. But once we get thousands of people in these tournaments, and we get thousands of watchers, or maybe tens of thousands, 100,000 watchers to these tournaments, then maybe. Right now, it's just too early. But I'm glad you're playing today. The new season start. I got dropped down from 14,000 down to 11,500 in trophies, which sucks. But You have a new battle pass and stuff that came out. Evo Skarmy came out too. We were right here, guys. Last Monday, we're at 7.8 million. That's 1 week's movement. The growth has been absolutely phenomenal. This project has already far exceeded where I thought it can go. Far, far, far exceeded. And I definitely think that in the right market conditions, especially now, since we are entering the full-blown like bull season, there's no reason why this can't go to $1 billion like all the other community projects that actually have nothing. We have something much greater. Utero, congrats, man. Congrats. I hope to see you in Discord. Man, Bitcoin is really close of breaking its high. But more importantly, Sol is heading back up. So the better Sol does, the better I think the community does. And Clash is Sol based too. Do you think we'll actually have an alt season like prior cycles? Many saying that alts will not hit their all-time highs. That's what I've been saying. I've been saying that for a while. This altcoin season is going to be different. The winners are going to win continuously. The losers, they may not even hit their previous high. They will go up. But, you know, the losers, you know, I don't think all of them will do well. Nick says, George, I'm 28 years old, been listening to you for years, DCA. My portfolio has reached 40K, but I still feel like I missed out trying to buy a house. It depends on what you're holding, because in the next 3 months, that 40K could be well above 100K, and it could be even as high as 120 or 150. So don't give up hope. You're already well ahead of the game. You have way more than me at when I was 28. So don't feel like you're behind. You're actually ahead. Thoughts on Tao? Feel like Bitcoin 2.0 with Bitcoin with purpose. That's not how I feel. Nothing is same as Bitcoin 2.0. Nothing is the same to Bitcoin because none of them operate that way. Tao is an AI play. You can't compare that to Bitcoin. NMCT. I think Sol, I'm sticking with it. I think Sol's gonna be above 1,000 by the end. That's like basically a 4x from here. I think it could do it. I think it could do it. Sean Walker, good morning to you. We need Clash merch. I might have some created for the Vegas party, okay? It's not official yet because I haven't signed any contracts, but what I plan on doing is hosting a big Vegas party for the top 500 Clash holders. Okay, and it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be really good. A big place that could house at least 300 people. Food, drinks, entertainment, even bigger giveaways there, depending on where Clash is at the time. You know, I'll be giving away some big things. Maybe even a car. And I'll reveal a big secret, a pretty big secret that people really want to know. I'll just say that it's actually very significant. So that party is one that you don't want to miss. But you know, top 500 is hard. So I probably will auction off like maybe 20 or 30 tickets to random holders in the giveaway form. So people that are, you know, maybe a little bit late to the game and can't make it to the top 500, there's still a chance to be invited. So make sure you guys fill out the form, meet the requirements, then you have a chance of that too. That'll be like the first week of December. But I have one place that I really like. I'm still trying to get some more options. SCR, hoping for member for 24 months. Thank you, man. Hoping for a Clash chain in the future. Hey, it could happen someday. I'm not looking into it right now, but depending on where this project goes, there's a lot that you could do with the chain. You could have your own DEX. You could have your own esports betting DApp, which I'm already thinking about. You could have a lot. You could have native staking then. Luke, Doge Elon Mars was top 3 dog last cycle. Do you think it'll reach all-time high? I can't say because I really hate that name. It's like the worst name ever created in meme history. So I've never supported that project. So I can't really say if it's going to go back to all-time high. But what I'll say is this. I like Clash a whole lot better, and I think its chances of making a new high is a whole lot higher. Casino Wiz, I have a couple people. There's one that's working with MGM, and there's another one that works with Venetian. If you are in a position where you're like, you know, you can book rooms and stuff, I guess email me. I'm always looking for help because I haven't signed anything. I need somewhere that's big enough to house at least 300 people, 300, 400. Even though I'm inviting the top 500, I doubt everyone could come. So that's kind of the plan. If everyone does come, then that'll be a problem. But I'm telling you, for such a young project, man, to withstand what we have, like on during the stream Friday, especially Saturday and yesterday, we had some big profit takers. And normally speaking, in a new project, if you have someone cashing out that much, that fast, it would break it. But not the Clash community. They ate it up. They love the dips. You'll see if you're in Discord. People love buying the dips. Like the Ethos and me, holding strong, holding and DCAing, that's what people are doing. And when you have a community that's strong, the projects go last. That's how it is with any project. It doesn't matter if it's a community project or if it's Chainlink or ADA or SUI or Sol. If you don't have people that have faith in it and just continue to hold in DCA, then none of them go anywhere. That's why a lot of 2021 projects are not back to their previous high, because people have lost faith and they just don't care anymore, right? So it's all about community, really. Everything in crypto is just about community. We're really close to breaking that high from yesterday. We're only like $600 away. AVAC is asking about AVAX. AVAX people still do believe in. Now, it is way off from its 2021 high. So I don't know if it could break that. But AVAX is staying relevant with RWA right now. And that's a big deal. RWA, I think, is one of the niches that will do well. And that's what they're really focusing on. Last cycle, they really focused on games. Okay? And games this cycle has not done well. So they're pivoting to RWA. And they have other stuff too. But, you know, the pivot could be good. Pretty close to new high. Have I tried a new update yet? I opened it up and I bought the new pass. So I have Evo Scar Me. I haven't played it yet. I'll probably play some this afternoon, and then of course I'll live stream tonight. Is there a way to see your average on Phantom? I don't think so. I don't think there is a way. Sol's getting really hot. It was like 290 something earlier this year. It hit, or maybe not. I thought it was higher. Yeah, there we go. It peaked out around 290, but you know, like 270, 260 is really where it's at. If we get back up there, Sol is ready to climb higher. Like 263 is the next stop. McMD, do you think the market cap for Clash will go up during meme season? Where do you see the market cap? Yes, of course. All the major memes of this cycle, they all came out at the right time. A lot of people used to show me SPX, which I ignored. Kind of wish I didn't, because it's sitting at 1.2 billion. When did it get popular? Last October in 2024. You look at the charts, that's when it started blowing up, right? So most of the memes, they start a little bit, maybe 6 months, maybe even a year before, and then they really gain momentum during altcoin season, right? So that's the thing. Timing is huge. That's what I mentioned yesterday. Timing is a big factor in whether or not these new projects do well. Mike G, man, Doge Master. I'm early in Clash. Best of luck. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Mike. You should join the new Discord. I mean, I know like we had some issues, I guess, in the old Patreon Discord. New Discord is free, man, and Phil's in there too. I don't see him chatting a lot. But if you're a Clash OG, you should definitely come in, man. But yeah, I mean, like I've been saying, like, you know, you got a lot of these guys like Brett and Toshi and, you know, even Snack. All these guys, they got to their highs because of favorable conditions during like mini altcoin seasons or true altcoin season. So I honestly feel like, you know, Clash can do very well, as long as I continue to keep pushing, continue to get the community involved. it's going to be hard to ignore. Right now, people are still like unbelievably like naive to it, have no clue. They're starting to find out. They don't really, some guys don't really want to talk about it. Eventually, it's getting to the point where everyone has to talk about it. JT, it will be kind of like George Fest, I guess, but it's really Clash Fest. That's a good name. I'll just call it Clash Fest. Adam, new member, welcome. Ooh. Josh has told me something. Clash is finally on CMC. Is that right? That's pretty big. That's effing right, man. We're finally listed on CMC. Number one on Clash. For Clash, I mean. We finally got our own listing, guys. I've been talking and talking and talking to the guys. Finally up here. You don't know how hard it is to actually to get listed on CMC. They're kind of like, because they're kind of the top dog, right? So it's tough to get listed. But now I can showcase the price on here. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, and we are at MEXC. We're also on LBank. In a lot of exchanges now. But, you know, Pump Fund and Radium and Phantom Swap is still probably the easiest. Man, Stormproof sent $100, which is crazy. That's really crazy. I really appreciate it, man. He says, George, I wanted to say I've been listening for years, and you helped me get my first exotic, a 2017 Aventador S. Got it in March. Wow. That's a nice car, man. That's a nice car. The Lambo's doors, that's really important. You know, if you get a Huracan, it's just not the same because you don't have, you know, the butterfly doors. So congrats, man. What color is it? You should join Discord and show off your car. That's what you should do. So we have a car chat Discord in here. You should go in there and post up your Aventador. That would be cool. This is cool too. Building out a Helix or Tacoma for extreme off-roading. That's pretty badass too. Davey, yes, it is. If you want to be 100% right, Davey, click in the description of this video. It has the contract address listed, and that's for sure the right one. Almost 3,700 people in here. Today is a good day. Good day. Coinbase is up today. Robinhood is down slightly. Nvidia is down because of AMD, but I'm going to add AMD to my watch list because I do think this OpenAI thing is a big deal. Oracle's finally coming up because of the AI stuff they're in. Google, I don't know why I'm tracking Google. Getting a CMC listing is big. I'm gonna have to post that afterwards. Let's do some giveaways since a lot of you guys are Clash holders. So giveaway form, you know, I have in the description. Okay, it's posted everywhere. If we break a new all-time high this week, you know, I'm going to celebrate and reward people. But let's see here. This is going to be really difficult. Really difficult to fill. So what I'm going to do is 3 stages here. I'll do 700 for the first selection. I'm going to give away 3 giveaways today. Three people, I'm going big. 3 people are going to win 1 soul today, okay? Just by being a loyal holder. So I'm going to do this in stages. This is the first 700, okay? First draw. All right, we got to make sure this person actually has some clash. This person definitely has it. 200,000 clash. So OG from back in the day. I would say back in the day, meaning like 3 weeks ago. So congrats. That's 1 soul. 1. Okay, now I'm going to do 701 to like 1500. Trust me, I'm building a better system, so it should be better. It should be done later this week. All right, so now I got to clear this out. Phil, you better go back in there. I talked to my 16-year-old nephew about Clash. Everyone his age plays it. I'm telling you, it's the most popular game right now. All the teenagers play it. All the preteens play it. I bet a lot of college people play it. All right, another soul. Let's see. Do I have an NVIDIA 5090 in my computer? No, I don't need it. I don't play any crazy games. This person holds, yes, 46,000 Clash. So eligible, congrats. You win a soul as well. All right, one more. And then let's go from 1500, 1501, all the way to the end here. All right. Last winner for 1 soul. All right. Let's see who this person is. 200,000 in Clash. And this person's new because he has to be new because it's toward the end of the list. So congrats, you win a soul too. I'll send these out shortly afterwards. But look at all the prizes, okay, that I've been giving away, including tournaments. Random giveaways as a thanks for people supporting the project. That's really it. Soul's still going up. Almost 235. That's nice. George, I hear you rage hard playing Clash, so maybe put Clash in a swear jar when doing so. Yeah. The game makes you rage really hard sometimes. And I guess it makes for good entertainment too, so... Yeah, my live streams at night is not PG-13. Okay, so I'll just put it that way. So in case people tune in, they're like, "Oh my God, you're swearing or something." I mean, it's rated M for mature. XX Wicked, Jordan, my original buy was 280K market cap. I wish I didn't sell. I made good coin, bought the dip at 53 million. Congrats, man. I know a lot of people said that because people early on didn't really understand it, didn't really believe, didn't see the vision. You know, so I understand people sold, but it's never too late and it's too early. It's still early, especially with altcoin season coming up. Like true altcoin season, things are gonna get really hot, really hot. All right, guys, I'm going to end it. Enjoy your gains today. I think today could be even better. Right now, we're kind of like iffy. We're in green, but not super green. But we'll see as the week continues. There's not a whole lot of macro stuff because the government shutdown, and people love Bitcoin and crypto right now. So let's see where we head to. Stay tuned for my night video tonight, and I'm gonna be streaming on I Am George channel and Pump.fun. Some more gaming streaming with new season. So, and make sure you follow me on X and join Discord. Every one of you guys should be in Discord. There really should be no reason why you're not in Discord. Even if you don't hang out in there 24/7 like a lot of people do, just join it and chime in whenever you feel like it. All right? Have a good one. Take care, guys.